Hey, my name is Ian Mosley. I'm a passionate artist who speaks through fabulous. My brand Roughriches isn't about money, it's about a mindset. Rich stands for rely on God, ignore negativity, continue pushing forward, hold on to faith, endure every challenge, stay true to yourself. This brand is more than just a clothing brand. It's a movement, it's a message, and it's a reflection of my journey. It represents resilience, faith, and the ability to overcome any obstacle. Through Roughriches, I've been able to connect with people who share the same vision, and it has opened plenty of doors I never imagined possible. Every piece I create is a statement, a reminder to never give up, and a proof that no matter where you start, greatness is within reach. I started my brand because I've always been business-minded. I wanted to show my peers that there's a way that you can make it out without sports or revenue. I wanted to prove that you can build a name for yourself without following the typical path that might not work out. At first, I gained traction in my city by selling hand-painted shirts, and people in my area really supported me. And also, social media went crazy over it. That love gave me enough money to upgrade my product as I moved to a silhouette machine, which allowed me to make a better quality clothing. But there's a problem. Both of these methods were too time-consuming. I was fully hands-on, and while business was booming, life would move even faster. I realized I couldn't keep up with the man on my own. That's when I made a major transition. I partnered with a manufacturer overseas in Pakistan to produce even better quality clothing. This took a weight off my production and off my shoulders, allowing me to focus on what really matters: marketing, expanding, and building my brand. That's what brought me to where I am today. One of the biggest milestones I achieved with my brand is selling to every state in the country. I even reached some parts of Canada. I never imagined expanding that far, but seeing my brand grow, it gave me so much momentum to keep pushing forward. Every dollar I made, I reinvested back into the business to improve my product and take things to the next level. The recognition I gained put my name in rooms I never would have thought I'd be in. That exposure led me to being invited to the University of Alabama's first ever fashion show. It was an amazing event, and not to boast, but I definitely was the star of the show. The following year, we kept it going, and now I have another show coming up at Miles College. The expansion has been tremendous, but beyond the success, I wanted to focus on something even bigger: giving back. I took my brand beyond just fashion and to the community. One summer, I mentored a group of kids aged from 10 to 12, sharing knowledge I wish I had at that age, but I didn't stop there. For the past 3 years, I've been actively feeding the homeless at food banks and shelters. This experience opened my eyes to the real struggles people face daily. It made me ask myself, how else can I help? And that's what's leading me to my next step. Feeding the homeless started as a way for me to give back and to do something bigger than myself. For the past 3 years, I've been at food banks and shelters handing out meals and seeing firsthand how many people are struggling just to get by. But the more I showed up, the more I realized food was just one part of the problem. I started paying attention to what people were wearing: torn jackets in the winter, shoes barely holding together, shirts that had clearly been worn for weeks. It hit me that while I was building a clothing brand, there were people out here with nothing to wear. That realization stuck with me. It made me think, why not use my brand for more than just fashion? Why not take the same energy I put into creating high quality clothes and use it to make a real difference? That's when the idea really came to me. I didn't just want to feed people, I wanted to clothe them. To give them something clean, something warm, something they can feel good in. That's my next mission. After spending years feeding the homeless, I started thinking, how else can I help? I saw people in clothes that were barely holding together, struggling to stay warm. It made me realize that while food wasn't essential, so was dignity and having clean, quality clothing. That's when the idea hit me. What if my brand could do more than just sell fashion? What if it could also provide for those in need? I started brainstorming ways to make it work without hurting my business, And that's when I came up with the buy one, give one model. The idea would be simple. For every hoodie or shirt someone buys from a special give back collection, I'll donate one to someone in need. But to do this right, I'll need a plan. Instead of donating high-class fashion pieces, I could manufacture simpler, high-quality essentials. Tees, hoodies, and sweatpants. Keeping costs down while still making an impact. I also realized I couldn't do it alone. I need to connect with shelters and organizations to help distribute the clothes to the right people. And financially, I had to adjust my pricing slightly to make sure I could cover the cost without making it too expensive for customers. This idea is still in the works, but it's something I'm truly passionate about. I don't just want my brand to be about selling fashion. I want it to be about change. And if I could make this work, I want to be running a clothing brand. I'll be building a movement. For this idea to succeed, I knew I couldn't just rely on selling clothes. I had to build a community around it. People don't just buy into products, they buy into purpose. So I needed to make sure my message was clear. This isn't just about fashion, it's about impact. First, I focus on storytelling, showing the real impact of each purchase. Through social media, I document the donation process, highlight individuals receiving the clothing, and share their stories. This transparency will make customers feel directly connected to the mission. Next, I involve my audience in the movement, whether it's giving them the option to donate extra or volunteer in give back events. I want them to feel like they're a part of something bigger. This isn't just my mission, it's ours. To keep engagement high, I create behind the scenes content, sharing everything from the design process to delivery days. Collaborations with influencers and content creators who align with the brand's vision will also help expand the reach. Lastly, I'll build a community beyond selling. A private group, whether on Instagram, Discord, or website forum, would allow customers and supporters to share their ideas, experiences, and even personal stories of giving back. This goal is to create a space where people feel inspired not just to buy, but to be a part of the change. With the right marketing and community, this wouldn't just be another clothing brand. It would be a movement of people who are proud to represent. Since transitioning to a manufacturer, our brand has generated $3,945 in sales, with a profit of $2,733, with the average conversion rate of 2.7%, surpassing the fashion e-commerce industry national average of 2.4%. When running ads, we've been able to attract customers to our website for just 8 cents per dollar, proving that we can efficiently turn marketing into sales. Now we're ready to take things to the next step with our buy one, get one model. But we need the resources to make it happen. We are seeking $6,000 to double our inventory, allowing us to not only meet demand, but also provide clothing to those in need. Of this funding, $4,000 will go directly towards covering production costs, ensuring that every item sold another is donated to someone in need. The remaining $2,000 will be used to spread awareness and build community support. This includes running ads to expand our reach, coordinating a food drive, and partnering with other organizations aligned with our mission. By the end of the year, our goal is to clothe 500 individuals with quality garments, giving them not just something to wear, but a renewed sense of dignity and hope. This initiative isn't just about fashion, it's about making a lasting impact with it. With your support, we can make this vision a reality.